what made you decide to be in the civil services? What do you think you can contribute, and what attracts you? I mean, what is you feel that added value that will bring into your career, into your contribution to the nation, and how will this benefit the country?
Ma'am, there are multiple reasons. Firstly, in terms of, I always wanted to do something in which I could contribute to and give to society in some way, and at a personal level,
you can start an NGO and do it. You can start it and could have done that.
Yes,
to contribute to society.
But the nature of work and the ability to bring about change and that sort of personal satisfaction and gratification.
Left, right, and center. NGOs are doing it left, right, and center. Why IAS?
Ma'am, it provides you, I think, a better platform and a more diverse platform to do it. So, firstly, in terms of personal satisfaction, and secondly, as a response to your question, the sheer diversity and areas where you can work on at the same time in different areas is something that deeply motivates me. Thirdly, it was my parents. I am very close to my parents, and my parents, from the very beginning, how like they were a major motivation for me in this journey as well.
Thank you.
So, okay, let me take you to a totally different direction. Yes. Did you or anyone in your family get COVID?
Yes, sir. I got the COVID in the second wave, and my mother and my brother got it in the first wave.
What lessons has the COVID pandemic taught us? I'm talking in a very general sense.
Sir, at the nation level or at a personal level?
At a global level, I would say.
So, firstly, most importantly, the importance of public health. Secondly, at a more, in terms of all aspects, be it economics, health, social relations, the interconnectivity of the world is a major lesson that we have drawn in, be it in terms of affecting the global supply chains, the global market. Thirdly, I think the importance of at a personal level across the world, we have understood the importance of relationships, of social relationships, because loneliness was something that people all across the world dealt with in terms of loss of our loved ones. So the idea of emotional bonds and how it's important to strengthen them is something that I feel we've learned.
And hasn't it also taught us something about technology?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, technology in terms of improvement in technology that we as a world constantly be on our feet on, and I think it has led to a lot of innovations in a very short span of time as well, because there was a major pandemic, and as a response to that, a lot of Indian innovations have also come into force, and the COVID the vaccines were also formed in a very short span of time. So I think that was also a major learning as well.
Many countries resorted to vaccine nationalism in response to COVID. Was that the right approach, or you think a different approach would have worked?
So I think, as I said, it's an interconnected world, and both aspects of the issue must be kept in mind. Ensuring adequate vaccines for your own nation is first and foremost very important. At the same time, hoarding is something that should be, like, as a nation, as a global world order, we should go against. So certain countries hoarding as many as 20-30 times of their required vaccine doses should definitely have been condemned upon, when certain other areas of the world hadn't even got their first shot. So as the first step, ensuring enough for your nation, and then I think in a global interconnected world, sharing them with others was, according to me, the right
You mentioned
step.
the global world order. What kind of a world order do you think emerging post-COVID?
Post-COVID, I think we have understood the importance of cooperation. So that is definitely emerging. Secondly, in terms of a shift, I would, not necessarily a shift, but the centrality of China in the global world order in certain way, or the importance of China. You can't ignore China as something that has emerged, and it affecting global relations.
No, in the sense that China as the source of the virus, or China as a country which emerged from the virus the fastest? I mean,
in both ways,
in what
and
ways
thirdly also in terms of the effect on global supply chains, and it being the major source of a majority initially of all the requirements that were needed, the masks, the PPE kits, all of that was coming from China as well. So there was a lot of dependence on China, at least in the initial stages of the pandemic.
You have said world cinema is one of your hobbies.
Yes.
In what ways has world cinema changed over the last decade?
So I think there is a lot more viewership, and that I think has changed the content of world cinema as well. And the newer platforms are emerging where the accessibility to world cinema is more and more. So,
You mean OTT?
Yeah, OTT platforms, and recently there's this new OTT platform called Mubi which has emerged. So it provides a platform where you're not just looking at your own language films, but you have access to, in terms of the world audience, I think has changed, and therefore the content and the creativity that individual filmmakers can employ and therefore reach out to the world, I think has changed.
So what does watching world cinema promote more universal brotherhood?
I think it does for those who watch it.
You also practice yoga.
Yes.
Which day is the International Day of Yoga?
So 21st June.
Why was 21st June chosen?
Sir, I think it is because of the summer solstice that day. I'm not very sure.
Okay, that's all from my side.
Shruti, the board is very satisfied with your performance, your confidence, your grace, your poise, your presence of mind. Answers given are absolute to the point, not specific.